Sound good. Hello, everyone.
Hey guys,
How are y'all doing?
everyone's having a great day.
Yeah, hopefully everyone is having a good day. It's a nice day here for a change. We had rain, heavy rain last night, all night long. Roger actually got rained out of work at about 10 o'clock last night, I think, or maybe midnight. I don't remember. I was asleep, but but today it's sunny and like 73 degrees, so I couldn't ask for a better day. I just need to find something to do outside.
You
Not much to
found
do.
your
Well, take that back. At the last day or two, I've been walking. I've been taking me a walk around the park.
look at you.
Yeah, it's not, I mean, it's really not much because this park is kind of designed awkwardly.
Yeah,
So I'm just going like this, just like this to make me like a pathway. But I make a couple of rounds, and I don't really know how far it is because I haven't clocked it or anything. I just to get out and get a little bit of exercise anyway. Um, Hi, Laura, Hedgehog's Homestead, and
well,
we have Kim down below getting ready.
we had all the thunder and the lightning and the carrying on last night here. Miss Virginia, hello.
Hi, Miss Virginia. How are you doing today? Um, Yep, we had all that, and then I mean, I hear there was tornadoes warnings or something near Dallas. I was hearing that yesterday, and that's only about 2 hours from our home, so
I'm not
it's
looking
that time of
forward to
year.
tomato seasoning.
We don't need no tornado seasoning, girl.
I cook too much.
No, we're just both having one of those days. Um, but
I'm just gonna shut my mouth the rest of the life. Dad.
but yeah, I had heard on a live or something that there was tornadoes. Hopefully there was no damage or touchdowns or anything, but I know it's that time of year.
Yeah,
I love spring. I love spring. I just don't like the weather that comes with it because we've had too many tornadoes too close for comfort.
hmm
You know, we got us a tornado shelter. We haven't used it. I'm praying we don't have to because it's an above ground one, but it's bolted to our concrete in our shop. So I've never heard of anyone using above ground. I know people have them in their homes, I guess, but ours is rated for an EF5, so I'm just praying we don't have to use it because it still scares me. I would
yeah,
rather have a one in the ground. I feel more safe underground, but you know, I'm sure it'll be just fine. It's just a thought, I guess.
yeah.
Hi, Mike and Terry. How are y'all doing today?
Hey
Hopefully,
guys,
Mike is feeling better and recovering. I'm going to add Kim if she's ready. Okay. Hi.
hello Kim.
Hi.
How are you doing this morning, girl?
I'm having a hard time getting motivated and woke up today. I couldn't sleep last night. It's
Oh,
weird.
no.
I think
Oh,
I'm going
no.
on 4 hours of sleep. Little will kick my butt later on today. He'll be full
Oh,
of energy and I'll be like a walking zombie. Oh, give mommy an easy day today.
come and take a nap with me. I think we need a nap today.
For sure.
Well, Sherry, this is Kim, and Kim, this is Sherry.
Hi, Sherry.
Hello.
Sorry if
Um,
my stuff is all jacked up looking funny here. I had to prop it up with a book.
oh, that's
So
okay.
I don't know if I'm like in your face or all crooked or
It looks
whatever.
fine.
You're doing good. Yeah, it looks good.
All
Looks good.
right.
Well, how have you been doing?
Doing all right. Been busy, with homesteaders. We're itching to start planting things as soon as January rolls around. So
Right.
just been planting stuff and taking care of business and stuff around here. We homeschool, so that takes up so much of the day, and then taking care of my mom, and then trying to get things planted and a few things done. I was out weed eating yesterday. No, it was the day before yesterday. Half of the thing was in snow, and I'm still out there.
That's funny. That's funny.
I'm
Yeah,
like, I gotta
well,
get this done, and I have a minute right now, so I'm gonna use that minute.
right, right. Speaking of that, I have got to go home and do that. When I left, it had rained for several days, so I didn't want to mess with the yard because it's all wet and it'll start, probably messing up my little mower I have, clogging up and everything. So, yeah, that's my chore as soon as I go back home. Yeah. Um, Hi, Mama Murphy. How are you doing?
Hello.
Thank you for coming in, y'all. Um, but yeah, you want to tell us about your channel? I mean, I think most of the people here probably know you.
I'm just me. Can't figure out why anybody watches me at all.
She's a sweet, sweet lady. Kim is very, very sweet.
But it's more of just a vlog of our life, what we're doing around here. It's a homesteading channel. That's not all we are, it's just what we mostly do. Just grow things and raise our own meat and can and build projects. On a homestead, there's always a million and two things to do. And just whatever else we get into.
Whatever you have going
Yeah.
on, that's kind of like
Yeah.
me, But traveling, I either video somewhere that we go that someone may have not seen before,
Mm-hmm.
or if I'm just here and cooking, that's what you'll get. It's
Yeah.
just whatever, is going on, it's kind of all over the place. I'm sure that's not great for YouTube algorithms, but
But when it's your life, it's your life.
true, true, yeah, because it's really hard to pick, the topic of what your video is about because mine changes all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I mean, I like it kind of, to make it different, and it's not always the same thing. It's kind of more interesting, I guess.
Yeah. I see that a lot of bigger channels, they get a lot of mean comments and stuff because somebody doesn't like what they're doing right then on a video. Maybe they were into doing some kind of project, and that person was interested in that, so then they leave a mean comment and everything about it. But me personally, if I like the channel, I'm going to watch whatever they put up. It doesn't matter if they're building something that I have no interest whatsoever in ever trying to build. I'm still going to watch it. So,
Yes, exactly. That's me. I mean, if I like the person, or if I just am interested in watching them, I don't care what they do. I'm gonna watch them regardless.
right. And it's so much better than watching something on Netflix that I've seen a million times.
Right?
I'm like, oh, what's Shannon up to today? Oh, she's making enchiladas. Or I mean, whatever it is, it's just still more interesting than watching something that I've already seen. And I'm bad at that. I hate to channel surf. And I annoy Mark because I will watch the same shows over and over. And he's like, "You just watched that." And I'm like, "That was 3 months ago. There's nothing else to watch, so I'm watching this again." and and I tell him it's because I hate to surf for something. And it really annoys me to have to go through lists of shows. And so I'll just click on something that I already know I like. I just give it some time in between watching it again. He's like, "How many times have you watched Twilight now?" I'm like, "I don't know, 10 million."
I know I'm that way with some movies. It's just I like the movie and I'll watch it over and over and over again, even though I know it. It's just I like it.
Yeah, we watched 6 Days, 7 Nights the other day with Harrison Ford.
I want to say I saw that because I like Harrison Ford.
It's where he is on. He lives on some kind of island and he drives a plane.
Yes.
And Selma Hayek is his girlfriend in it. But yeah, I hadn't seen that in years, and it just kind of popped up on Amazon, and I'm like, oh, there we go. But see, something I'd already seen, so I didn't have to channel surf. It suggested it. I said yes. Let's do this.
Exactly. Yeah. But I mean, for the most part, we do only watch YouTube. I mean, with Roger working nights and he's sleeping during the day, I don't even turn on the TV. Well, it's on, but it's just got the Roku screen playing. I don't turn on anything. I'm usually on my phone, on YouTube, or on my laptop for YouTube, seeing what's out.
Yeah, we are too. We have the Fire Stick, and we have it fully loaded. So if there's a new movie that we hear somebody talk about, then we'll go on Kodi and we'll look it up and watch it there. But usually that's just on the weekends when Mark doesn't have to work, and that's hit and miss whether he has to work it or not. He could work 7 days, or he could work 5 days, or you just never know. And so usually it's then, and if we're in the mood to watch a movie, then we will. But normally it's YouTube. Yep.
If I'm watching a movie, it's got to be early enough because I'm like, okay, it's 8 o'clock. It's too late.
Yeah, you and Mark are pumpkins. You both turn into pumpkins real early.
I really do. I always have been like that growing up. I mean, it's just I'm early to bed and early to rise, unless I'm out and about doing something, and then I can stay up. I have to be moving though.
When 9 o'clock hits, Shannon goes silent.
Yeah, she's been on some of my live streams, and she's like, I gotta go to bed.
I know.
I'm like, she stayed up a little later tonight.
She made it to 9:05. Woo!
Yeah. Hey now. Hey, I actually made it till 9:30 or 10 o'clock the other night on Roger's night off.
Oh my goodness! So will throw your system into shock.
Yeah.
He told me. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, at the meetup, she was struggling. You could see her walk. She was so tired. You could see she just wanted to go to bed. Well, her body wanted to go to bed, but she didn't.
Exactly. That's right. And it's probably going to be the same way this year. I'm gonna struggle, but I'm gonna do my best to stay up.
Well, I'm a night owl, and I have never been a morning person, even as a kid. Weekends, little kids, they get up and they're all about watching cartoons and getting outside and playing as soon as possible. Not me. I'd sleep till 12 and 1 o'clock. All the cartoons would be over with, and I didn't even care. And I've just never been a morning person. And then for a lot of years, Mark worked night shift. And so I would stay up with him. We would eat breakfast. I mean, we would actually, technically, it was our dinner at 2:30 in the morning, when he would get home. And so just years of that. And then my body just said, I just refuse to get up early. And right now, early to me is 10 o'clock. If it's 10 o'clock, I'm doing good. But
it's whatever you're adjusted to,
know. And he switched to first shift, and it just he just stayed up all night on Friday night, and because he was switching on a Monday, and so then Saturday he was so tired that he fell asleep early, and then he was all straightened up. That's all it took him. I have struggled for almost a year now, and I still can't get up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
See, and that's the time I get up. I get up at 5:30 or 6 a.m. every morning, and I haven't worked in several years, because of traveling. But I still, when I worked, I had to be at work at 7 or 8 a.m., whatever it was. And since I haven't worked, I still get up at 5:30, 6 a.m., maybe 6:30. But I don't know. It's just my body.
I didn't know that comes twice a day.
What's that?
I said, I didn't even know those times came twice a day.
Hi, Tina Ladybug. And two old people on the couch. Hi, Deb. How are you doing?
Hello, Tina and Deb.
Miss Virginia said, make Shannon healthy, wealthy, and wise. I don't know about the healthy and the wealthy or the wise part. I don't know about any of that. Anyway, yeah. It's been one of those mornings, but we're going to push through and make it.
Yeah, I don't have enough Mountain Dew in me today, so if my brain goes loopy, you know why.
Well, I'm sure Sherry's got her drink beside her, right?
What you got, Sherry?
Tea.
There you
She's
go.
got tea. That's right. That's right. Well, I don't have much here to help me. Water.
Shannon doesn't get much bump off what she drinks.
No.
What's
No.
that?
If I were drinking water when I first got up until now, I would not be up. I'd still be asleep. I've got to have that kick of caffeine to get my butt in gear.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't do soda, but I do, y'all. I've already told Sherry, but I have failed at staying away from coffee.
Yeah, Tina, it's hot tea and iced coffee.
It's hot tea and, well, iced tea and hot coffee, Sherry. Okay, y'all, we got a debate here. Sherry likes iced coffee. Who in the world drinks iced coffee? I have to give her a hard time. I can't.
A lot of people do, but I always grew up with my mom saying, "Oh, I need to warm my coffee up. It's nasty when it's cold."
Yes.
But
Well,
Mark, now he don't go to these places and buy iced coffee or anything, and we've got so much stuff in our freezer that we had to take our little ice maker thing out to make room. So we haven't had ice in our freezer for a long time now. But he will make coffee at nighttime for in the morning. And so, he gets up and it's cold coffee and he puts it in his thermos and he takes off for work. And I'm like, cold coffee? Even on cold days, you don't want to warm it up first.
and he doesn't put anything in it?
No, it's just black, straight, cold coffee. And he says he likes it. It don't burn his mouth and it still gives him energy.
Now, that would make me cringe. I'm going to take Shannon to Dunkin' the next time we're by one.
I'm still not so sure about that. Because, my coffee, if I leave my coffee sitting for just a few minutes too long and it's just slightly warm, I can't drink the rest of it.
Now, if I'm drinking hot coffee, I'm like Shannon. I don't want lukewarm coffee. I want it ice cold or hot. There's no in between.
Walk on the wild side, Shannon. Try it once.
Yeah, he's going to.
Maybe in the summertime.
Now, me, I can't stand coffee. I don't even like the smell of it. Mark makes a pot of coffee, and it's like, shoo, it smells like dirty feet in here. That's what coffee smells to me, like dirty feet.
Yes, Roger is the same way. He cannot stand the smell of coffee or anything. He's never drank coffee. But to me, the smell of coffee relaxes me.
Oh.
I just love the smell. I could probably work in a coffee shop just because of the way it smells.
Well, I used to work at a convenience store years ago, and they have all the cappuccino mixes and stuff, the French vanilla, English toffee, all that stuff. And we would have to fill them up, and oh my goodness, you'd be filling it up, and you'd be like, oh, this smells so good. It would be brewing, and you'd say, oh, I smell it from here. I tried every one of them. I hated every one of them. They still taste like coffee to me.
One of my favorite aisles in the grocery store is when they used to have those coffee grinders where you could actually grind your own. Oh, I love the smell of the aisle. It smells so good.
Yeah, our store, well, not my store, the store that I worked at, they had the grinder in there, and it would smell good too when you're grinding it. And I have tried coffee every which way possible. I have put a ton of sugar in it to where it's almost just sugar. I've tried it with creamer and different flavors, and I just cannot like it. It still has that coffee taste to it, and it's just like it grosses me out. Smells good with all the good yummy stuff in it, but it's
Right.
still.
Yeah.
I'm just a soda pop person, I guess. I don't know. But I did. I gave it about a month of trying it, like every day. I would force myself to drink this stuff because some people said, well, sometimes you just have to acquire the taste for it. And still, after a month, it was still just trying to gag it down.
There's just some things you can't acquire a taste for. I mean, if you
Yes.
try, you just can't.
My daughter literally gave me something the other day that grossed me out so bad. Somebody gave her chocolate covered coffee beans.
Hmm.
Chocolate covered coffee beans?
Yes. She's like, here, mom, try one. Just try one. I'm like, it was all right as long as the chocolate was there. But then it was nothing but coffee grounds. And you could
Oh,
take it all
no.
out of your mouth. It instantly dried my mouth out. And she's just sitting there popping them in one after the other. And I'm like, how are you doing that? It is so nasty.
Now that's one thing that'll make me gag. If my coffee grounds get mixed in my coffee by
Mm.
accident, it makes me gag. I don't know. I can't handle it then.
It's
I
not
just pour it
bad.
out. I gotta
Get
make
rid
a
of
fresh.
them.
It ruins it. Yes, I don't know what it is. I guess just the little grounds getting stuck in your throat or something.
It
I
is.
can't think of it.
Virginia,
Okay.
that's one of my favorite flavors.
Caramel
Yes.
macchiato I've never
Macchiato.
had it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's good.
I've never had it. Normally, I don't go out and just get different flavors. I mean, I usually stick to one, uh, except for at Starbucks now. I like the white chocolate mocha. That's the only time I venture out and get something new is that. But other than that, I just buy the community coffee from Walmart. I like the community. Um, or I also like McDonald's. McDonald's has some good coffee, usually, if it's fresh.
Now, Mark always bought just the Folgers Classic, and we had went on vacation, and my aunt and uncle were there, and they had brought coffee, and he got him a cup of coffee, and he's like, "Wow, this coffee is really good. Where'd you get this? What is it?" And they said, "Aldi brand coffee." He's bought Aldi brand coffee ever since. Yep, ever since. And my
Mm.
mom, she drank coffee since, I don't know, probably since I was born, and she had to stop drinking it because it was giving her a really bitter taste in her mouth and causing her to have acid reflux problems. And so she tried the coffee from Aldi's, and it didn't do her that way at all.
Really?
Yep,
Hmm,
and it's like $4.99 or something like that. So you get like almost 2 cans of it for the
that's
price of
good.
like a Folgers can.
That's good.
So you should
Yeah, that's
try
what I.
that because a lot of people rave about how good Aldi's coffee is. It's the one in the big can, with the lid, the plastic lid on it.
I've been to Aldi's once, but I just didn't. I don't know. I just didn't really like the store very much. I don't know.
We
I guess
don't
I'm
have
just a.
one here.
Well, the
Huh?
only reason I've been to one. Go ahead, Sherry.
Oh, I said we don't have one down here in this area.
No?
Well,
Well, when you're driving around and you see one, stop and get some of their coffee and try it.
I've only been in one because of us traveling. We've been close to one. Other than that, we don't have. We do have one about 45 minutes away, but I probably would never drive 45 minutes to go.
Right. But if you're in the area, then try to think of it and stop. Now ours is about 15 minutes away from us, but I agree. I'm not a big fan of all these either.
Yeah.
I never seen, I hear everybody else raving about their prices and everything, but I've never really seen a big enough difference to drive 15 minutes away. Um, because we do have a IGA, and we have Walmart, and then we have Save a Lot right here in town. We used to have another one, but it closed down. But I don't really see the price difference between them and Save a Lot. So
Well, it's just like we have Save a Lots here, but I'm going to go to Walmart because there's things in Save a Lot that are higher than what I'm
yes,
going to pay for it at Walmart.
yes,
So really, it really don't balance out a lot of the times. To me, it doesn't. I
right.
just go to one store instead of running all over creation.
Well, I run all over creation.
I sometimes do. It just depends on what I need, But for the most part, it's Walmart because I can get toilet paper. I can get anything in the medical area,
Yeah.
So that's what I
Well,
do.
well, with food, there are some things that like our Walmart is one of the old Walmarts before the 24-hour Walmarts came out, and so it's not got all the food and stuff in it that a normal today's Walmart would have. They just got like a couple of aisle of bread, some candy chips, some canned food, that kind of stuff. But as far as freezer section goes, they've got just one little freezer section, and it's
Wow.
very small. You can't even get like turkey breast sandwich meat in there. It's just not there. And so that leaves, getting normal stuff and some stuff at Walmart. Like their canned vegetables and stuff are only 50 cents a piece, where Save A Lot used to be cheaper at 40 something cents a piece. Now they're more expensive than Walmart is. So where I used to get the canned stuff from Save A Lot, I don't anymore, unless it's the kind that Walmart doesn't have. And, but, our Walmart doesn't have a meat section, fresh meat section, so that leaves IGA or Save a Lot. And IGA, even though they're owned by the same company and all, their meat department, it's like the meat people don't really do a grand job at it. And so the one at Save a Lot, their meat people do a fantastic job. And so you usually get the better deals there and better meat, You don't have to worry about, this is expiring tomorrow.
Right.
Or whoops,
See,
that expired 2 days ago, like you do at IGA.
see, I've never even heard of an IGA.
Really?
I don't guess we have anything like that around here. I've never heard of IGA. Do you know,
It's
Sharon?
I've heard of them, yeah.
It stands for Independent Grocer Association,
Oh,
and they've been around since way before I was born. But yeah, they're all the way from here all the way up to Michigan. So I don't know
wow.
why you've never seen one
Yeah,
around.
I've
It's
never
weird.
seen one.
Mhm.
Or I don't. We're not even around to Save a Lot that I know of.
Huh.
I think. We have a store called Brookshire's, like Brookshire's and Brookshire's Brothers, but
Yeah.
now they have fresher vegetables than Walmart, but they're more expensive too to me. But sometimes I'll go there for vegetables just because I know it's more fresh. Um,
We have Super One, which is Brookshire's basically is the higher end, and to where
right.
Super One is the warehouse style. They'll just cut the front out of the cardboard box and throw it on the shelf. And we have Albertsons and Walmart, and I mean a few, you know, mom and pop type places. But
Right.
yes, Virginia, I have a Keurig.
I used to have a Keurig and it kept stopping up on me, and I don't know what was going on, but I just decided to quit using it, and I put it in my yard sale, and I went back to my little 4-cup coffee maker. It was just so much easier to deal with. But I like the Keurig because you just put your cup in there and go. But
The only reason I have a Keurig pretty much is because my daughter wanted one. Because I've had one before, I'm not a huge fan. I'm like Shannon. I use my coffee pot. That's what I use to make my tea and my coffee. And but she got an iced coffee maker for Christmas, so the Keurig is sitting somewhere else in another room.
oh no, you got an iced coffee maker?
Yeah, it is.
That seems so odd to me, not being a coffee drinker. Like, well, you have ice in your freezer and you have a coffee pot. Why would you buy an ice coffee pot maker?
This
It doesn't
this
make sense in
came
my
with
brain.
its own cup and straw, and she can just stick it right under there, and it puts it right in the cup and
That's,
Oh.
all that. So,
see,
hello,
that's what I
Georgette.
like about the Keurig. Just put your K cup in there, even though those are kind of expensive. But put those
Sure.
in there and just put your cup in there and go. I had to have one. I wanted one so bad for so long. But then when it started messing up on me so bad, I was like, no, I don't feel like messing with it. Bring me back my little 4 cup coffee maker. This is easier. Um, Mama Murphy said my son talked me into making taquitos for supper tonight. Maybe you should. I don't know if you saw my video, but they turned out really good. So you may have your own recipe, but if y'all haven't tried that, it's pretty good. Um, I wanted to add a few other things in it, but I already did, so I just made them without the good stuff, without the extra stuff rather, and I frozen. Did I miss y'all?
You froze, but we're still here.
Okay, because my RV park internet service is sometimes iffy. Let's see here. BJ still has coffee grinder, Miss Virginia said. And my mom's in here. Hi, Mama. Hope you're feeling okay.
I dropped the link for those taquitos, y'all, so go check it out.
Oh, thank you, Sherry. Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't a very long video, but I mean, they turned out good.
They look good.
Normally, I buy the frozen taquitos, you know, and just eat them that way. But I'm like, I'm gonna try to make some.
I want to try something I've never tried before. You go to like some amusement parks. We used to have a store actually in our mall, or a restaurant in our mall that sold them. They would take like block cheese and cut like just a square stick off of it, put it on a wooden stick, dip it in corn dog batter, and fry it.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds heavenly.
Oh, so good. You can do pepper jack. You can do any flavor you want.
That sounds heavenly because I just
Yeah,
love my
they're
cheese.
awesome.
I mean,
Cheese
I don't know
stick on a
about
stick.
Yeah.
cheese stick on a stick. Yep.
Yeah. My mom, she would make homemade corn dogs like that. Just stick the weenie on there, dip it in the batter, stick it down in her deep fryer.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're so much better that way than store bought.
So if the crap hits the fan and you're a corn dog junkie, you know you can make your own. Just go buy a bunch of hot dogs and put it in the freezer for ahead of time.
Go buy you some popsicle sticks. You can get them by the dozen.
Hey, there was this one person that ate a double popsicle. You know how you have 2 sticks in one?
Mm-hmm.
Ended up with $38 worth of lumber.
$38 worth of lumber. What did I miss there?
After the popsicles were gone, the 2 sticks.
Oh.
You can build you a small little cabin.
Oh, goodness.
That's
I read that somewhere the other day. I was like, that's so corny.
Virginia says she loves our Keurig. We use it for coffee, tea, hot chocolate, and iced tea. Yeah, I guess you could use it for all that. I had mine probably for, I don't know, probably not long at all, not even a year before it started messing up on me. So, but anyway, y'all, we have some, if you want to play along, Kim, you're more than welcome. I come up with some questions for us. Well, most likely questions, just a fun little game. We've been kind of doing this every week.
Mm-hmm.
And between like me and Sherry, you know, who would you say does this or whatever, you know. So we're going to go through these really quick before the time gets away from us.
Miss Virginia's about mistakes in the air fryer, she said.
Oh, that sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to fix chicken spaghetti. That was on the menu today. But I'm not feeling so good, so it may be something a little bit more simpler today.
Well, I'm frying chicken, homemade buttermilk biscuits, mashed potatoes, and gravy.
Oh, you got the good stuff going on.
That's probably what's going to go down at the house.
I don't even remember what I'm supposed to be making for dinner tonight. I had to do as much organizing and stuff as possible, and so I made out the whole month, you know, meal plan and stuff so that I could just look at it, pull out whatever meat. Mondays, I consider Mondays crap days. So every Monday, it's something very simple for dinner. Last night, it was shrimp Alfredo with garlic cheddar biscuits. It's like, get it done quick, no fuss about it. And I didn't even look on the list to see what was for today, and I haven't looked at that list yet. So as soon as this is over, I'm going to have to go look at the list. But
you might need to look.
Yeah,
Maybe
well,
it's odd.
usually on Tuesday, because Mondays I consider crap days, nice easy meal day. So then usually after a nice easy meal day, then we'll have some kind of nice big meal, with meat, potatoes, vegetables, all the works.
Right.
So I'm guessing it's probably pork chops because we haven't had pork chops. We didn't have pork chops all last week, so my guess is that it's pork chops, mashed potatoes, green beans, carrots. It's probably.
Yeah. That's my kind of meal.
Thought it out.
That's my kind of meal. I love all of that.
Yeah, we eat good around here, except on Mondays. Mondays and Saturdays. Saturdays is always pizza day. Because we're usually out working and we don't want to stop working, to have to come in and fix a big meal. So,
right.
So
we can
yeah.
Day by day, and depending how I feel, because I have so many headaches, and just whatever Roger feels like doing, or whatever, we just take it day by day, pretty much. But anyway, alrighty, y'all. Number one question between Sherry and I. Y'all, I mean, I know some of y'all don't know us that well, but it's just a fun, just to guess. Who is most likely to have a messy house? Y'all can't see. Let me hide everything.
Present room, not, in this.
Some people may not want to answer these questions.
I think, can I answer what I think?
Yeah.
You can answer what you think.
Listen at me wheezing, sorry. Okay. On first thing, I would think Shannon. But Shannon travels a lot, and then she just got her little puppies and stuff. So then that makes me wonder, would it really be Shannon or not? So I'm going to go with Sherry, even though I have no idea, Sherry. I have no idea. I really don't. But I do know that Shannon loses stuff. So... And Shannon has a big old container for yard sales and stuff, which means she's got a lot of stuff that she gets rid of frequently. So I might have been right on my first guess. I'm a total disaster.
Let's just say right now we wouldn't do a video tour of my house. Nobody sees beyond this closed door.
Yep.
Shannon, are you a neat freak?
No, I'm not. I'm really not. I'll keep it looking presentable, but I'm not a deep cleaner like mopping the floors every other day or no.
Taking every picture off of the wall and scrubbing it and putting it back once a month.
My mom is 75 years old and she'll be standing on something, dusting the ceiling fans and everything. I'm like, I will, but I'm not like, do it all the time.
Well, I'm with you, Sherry. I would not be doing a house tour. I make messes everywhere, and there's never enough time in the day. And I'll try to clean one big room up, so I'll pull everything out of it, and then it's sitting in another room a huge mess. And then I get overwhelmed. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with all this stuff? Many times I've thought about getting a dumpster out here and just throwing it all away. And I have been known to go just get so frustrated with stuff to just go grab a bag of black trash bags and just start tossing stuff in it just to get rid of it. But my house is total chaos right now, and it has been for quite some time now. It's overwhelming, and I can't stand it. It drives me crazy, and I am literally embarrassed right now if someone comes to my house. I'm like, stay in the living room. It's the cleanest it's the cleanest room in the house.
Uh,
Stay right there. Don't go nowhere else.
right, right. My mom said, "Don't get upset by both." Well, my mom's probably speaking on me. She's probably thinking about my dishes. Y'all, I love to cook, but I cannot stand to do dishes. I'll get them done, but it might be the next day. I
Listen,
can't stand it.
I'm right there with you. I would rather do laundry from daylight till dark than do one sink full of dishes.
Uh-huh.
One
Me
sink full of
too.
dishes.
I'll do
But
any
I
of
mean, I have a dishwasher now, and most of my life I have not. Well, growing up, my mom had a dishwasher, but I got married and we never had a dishwasher. Nowhere that we lived had a dishwasher until we moved here, and we've only been here for 11 years. So, just since the last 11 years, I've had a dishwasher, which I even struggle getting the dishes in and out. I mean, how simple is that? Why is that a struggle? I made me a little tag out of those magnets that comes on your phone books, the little flat
hmm
ones. I took one of them off the phone book because what are you going to do with 20 of those? Because you get 20 phone books a year.
I know, right?
So I put
Exactly.
I put some pretty contact paper on it, and I wrote clean on one side, drew a line, flipped it over, and wrote dirty because I never knew if the dishes in the dishwasher was clean or dirty. So now when I go to wash them, before I push the button to turn it on, I flip it to clean.
My thing about a dishwasher is I don't want to take time to clean them before you put them in there. You have to basically wash them off and all that just to put them in there to be clean. I'd rather just wash them myself. I don't even have a dishwasher at all. So my
Well,
hands,
they say get a pots and pans dishwasher. That if you get a pots and pans dishwasher, then when you get done eating dinner, just give it a quick rinse, throw it in there, and that thing will get anything off. Which is what we got because I can be lazy, and I'm okay with that. Hi, my name's Kim. I can be lazy, and I'm okay with
I'm with you, Kim.
Me too.
but I'm serious. That thing it's called pots and pans dishwasher, and it's got the extra spinner thingies on it, and it's amazing some of the stuff that they've got off of my dishes.
Wow.
Well, I was telling Sherry yesterday, if only they could make paper pots and paper pans,
Disposable pots and pans. That
and
would
it
be
would work,
awesome.
I would be there. I would be their number one buyer.
I would order them by the pallet. Virginia
I
is
know
declining to answer.
she's not going to answer. She's staying out of it.
Hello,
Uh,
Colleen and Joy.
Hi, Joy and Colleen. And then Virginia said, I can't stand to have a dirty dish. I will wash one spoon. Hubby gets upset at me. My mom's the same. My mom will clean her dishes as she's cooking. And I just don't multitask like that.
That's me and my daughter. I'll be in there doing a video, and she'll come in there and she'll be like, "Look at this mess," because it's just like major explosion. And we clean just the opposite. She'll tell me that.
hmm
But I'm just not like that. I'm just like, I'm going to use it. I'm going to throw it in the sink. And she's like, oh no, it goes in the dishwasher. And.
That's how I am. That's how I am too.
I bounce back and forth on it. Apparently I never stick to anything because sometimes when I cook, the dishes will just go straight in the sink, and it may be hours before I put them in the dishwasher. And other times I cook, I'll clean something as I'm cooking something. It really just depends on my mood, how much energy I've got, and what it is
Yeah,
I'm actually cooking. But there's no
right.
rhyme or reason to me on anything. I'm just all over the place.
Me too. Me too. Okay. Do you want to ask the next one, Sherry, or you want me to continue?
Sure. Who is most likely out of me or Shannon to cheer another person up?
Mm,
If it was between three of us, I mean, I know Sherry cheers me up. We talk on Messenger all the time, and she just cracks me up. But I think between if it was between Sherry and Kim, it would be a tie because Kim is always making you smile too.
Kim is great.
Kim's a sweetheart. Um, but anyway, yeah. If y'all want to answer, or if y'all want to decline,
This I would have to give a kind of a one-sided answer on that because I don't really know Sherry much. But I know that you always put a smile on my face, Shannon. So I would have
Aw,
to go with you on that one. And only Sherry, no offense, just because I
I'm
don't
not
know you.
taking you.
yeah. Some of these questions are like, you got to really know them, But yeah, Sherry can. Sherry can put a smile on your face. She does mine all the time.
Me and Shannon kind of balance each other out. It depends on what kind of day we're at.
We do. We really
Now,
do.
now, are you? I know that Shannon is. Shannon is a look at the glass half full kind of person. That's how she can make everybody smile. Are you a half glass full person, an optimistic person, or pessimistic? The glass is half empty.
Depends on the day.
Depends on the day. No, I mean in general on things. I mean, do you
Probably
try to find the silver lining when
I
things
do.
go to
I
crap?
always find it though.
Yeah, and see, I'm that way too. I mean, life can be just awful, and
Okay.
I'll search for that tiny little silver lining. Like, okay, it's this too shall pass.
Yeah.
And okay, well, at least this one little thing went right today, so I'm gonna hang on to that.
Right.
And I think that makes a lot of difference in people on, well, if somebody's having a bad day or something, then you can help cheer them up or help put a smile on their face. And I tend to think it's more the optimistic people that can pull that off.
Right.
Because now I'm an optimistic person and Mark is a pessimistic person. He always sees the glass half empty. And sometimes I have to work extremely hard to get him to find that silver lining when he's having a really bad day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we all have those bad days, but it's good to have someone in our life to talk to put a smile back on your face or whatever.
Hmm.
So, my mom said, what was the answer to the first question? Just whatever you think. my mom said me and her.
Yeah, I think it was a kind of a split deal.
Yeah, it's kind of a split deal. Yeah. Because my house is just, I mean, it just is what it is. I keep it presentable, like I said, but it's not deep clean by no means. Unless I'm just feeling good. I'm just feeling great that day. The weather's perfect. It just, helps out a lot. And I just get motivated.
Yeah. Yeah,
But,
I'm that way too. Usually my house is lived in. And, I grew up, my mom always kept a very clean house. Well, I remember it being very clean. Even, after I got married and moved away, her house was still very clean. And so years later, we were talking, and she says, well, I've never kept an absolutely spotless house. She says, I've always just kept a lived in house. If something needs dusted, I dust it, but I don't go scrubbing walls and floors and every picture and stuff like that. She said, I just keep it presentable
right.
and don't go over the top with it. And so, normally that's how our house is. It's just lived in, we live in it. There may be a few dishes in the sink, but it's not overloading or, something like that. There may be a jacket set on the dining room chair, instead of put
Oh, that's
away.
us.
But lately, I tell you, I have lost all control. It's just a disaster here now. It really is. It really is embarrassing to me. It truly is that it's so out of control right now.
If we have clothes that we wear one day and they're not, we didn't do much, they're not dirty, they're not going to be hung back up until the next day. I just put them on the dresser or we throw them over the back of the chair and that's what we're wearing the next day. I'm just not, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't do that.
Okay, so we have this laundry cart. It's got all the little different divider things in it. And although Little has his own hamper because, he's little, he tends to just throw his clothes wherever he takes them off. And so he actually has two laundry hampers, and he still ends up dropping them on the floor. But it has like 4 compartments, and we use one for towels, one for Mark's stuff, one for my stuff, and one for Little stuff that, I end up picking up through the house and throwing in there. And so most of ours is like PJs because I don't go to work anywhere now. So we go through a lot of PJs. And so at the end of the day, I'll take them off and okay. We like buff around here at night, okay? We don't like getting twisted up in the middle of the night while we're dreaming in clothes. So I drop them right there, right by my nightstand, and that's where they stay all night. And then the next day, there they are. I'll just slap them back on until I take a shower and everything like that. So we do rewear things like that too.
Right.
But with us, it's just usually PJs.
Right. Yeah, well, I mean, we don't have a whole lot of company, so I mean, just live life simple.
Right. Yeah. Well,
Right.
that's us too. We, until this happened with my mom, I mean, we rarely ever had anybody come to our house. And so, I mean, if we wanted to, we could wear the same clothes 5 days in a row and nobody else would ever know it because nobody came.
Exactly.
But now you never know when they're going to drop in.
Right.
Which for me is, okay, hold on a minute, let me go put a bra on real quick.
That's funny.
Because, they ain't going to be no sign of no bra around here unless I have to go somewhere or company comes. Or a YouTube video. I'm like, sheesh, I got to get out of this thing. I can't breathe. Why'd you put one on? I did a YouTube video.
Yes. Be sure to remember for a YouTube video.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We only have a few minutes left, so let's do a few of these anyway. Who is most likely to sing along to car music? That one's pretty easy. I mean, for some of us. Who is most likely to sing along to car music? I don't think anybody's saying anything.
I would guess either one of you. I love to sing in the car. It's my best singing ever. That in the shower.
Yeah.
I can sing good in the car by myself. Not really. I can't sing myself out of a wet paper bag.
Yeah, I can't sing, but I'm gonna sing. And I'm gonna sing the parts that I know the best, the loudest. And then the rest is just mumbling. But yeah, y'all, I mean, most of everyone knows that I love my music. Sherry included.
Shannon is a music buff.
I love it so much that if I'm not paying attention, I'll get lost. Because I'm singing along. And I have gotten lost. It's funny.
I sing in the car. I sing in the house. Sorry, it'll stop here in a second. It only rings twice.
That's okay.
We get so much junk calls.
Next question.
We get so
What's
much
that?
junk calls that I have programmed in there scam likely, and some of them say junk call.
So that's
You
gonna
answer it and
the
they
next
speak
question.
in Spanish or something, and I'm like, or it's usually your car warranty. I'm like, my car is a 2008. That's the newest car that we have here.
Oh,
It hasn't been under warranty in a long time.
Yeah,
But they drive me nuts.
Yeah. Go ahead, Sherry, with the next question. That's
You
funny
just
that
answered
phone.
She just answered it. She proved it.
She did this. That's funny that question is next and your phone rings.
The least likely to answer their phone. Hello, Tim.
We'll have to say Kim won this one.
I never answer. I rarely answer the phone. If your number is not programmed into my phone, I'm not answering it. So if you're gonna call me, you better know my cell phone number and text me first and say, "Hey, listen, this is my number. I'm getting ready to call your house phone," because I ain't answering it otherwise. I mean, we literally just keep it here to give for a phone number so that they don't get my cell phone number because they drive me crazy on junk calls, even on my cell phone.
Right.
So
You
I
go
say,
and
if
block
the
them,
number's not programmed in, I'm not answering it.
I go in and block them, and they call me on a different number.
I know. Yes. Yes.
AT&T is horrible about that.
Mm.
They're constantly calling.
I think the last time not the last time, but a couple of times ago that me and Sherry were together, she received a phone call from the local school there, right?
Yeah.
It was not a real call, I guess, but that same day I received a phone call from a school close to our house. The same day. It was just so weird. But
Within a very short space of each other, too.
yeah. Yeah. But
Crazy.
Well, with ours, we don't owe anything, and we know we don't owe anything. We are quite responsible when it comes to paying bills and stuff like that. We don't have a lot of debt and everything. We have 2 little credit cards, and I mean little, and we only use them if we're traveling somewhere or in case of an emergency. So, we have no reason for our phone to be ringing off the hook. We just don't, because we don't know anything. And so it just drives me crazy because the phone will constantly ring. Well, you signed up for wanting to extend your schooling. No, I didn't. Been there, done that, have the degree. Perfectly fine being a stay at home mommy. Now I'm not going back to work and I ain't going back to college. Stop calling me. I
right.
didn't fill nothing out.
Exactly.
But this is
Exactly.
the stuff that happens all the time, and it's enough to drive you insane. And so I just, I just don't answer it because I know if it doesn't say the person's name that's calling, then I know it's just some kind of junk call. So I just don't
Exactly.
answer. Yeah.
I
And
think Kim.
Hello, Tim.
okay, I'm gonna shut my mouth so you can read the next question.
You're fine. You're fine.
I think she answered that next one, too.
Yeah, she did actually answer that. Yeah, in a way.
Sorry.
Virginia said you got that right, Sherry. They use different numbers. They use different numbers, and they'll use your local area code to
Yeah,
try and pull you.
it's AT&T, the Direct TV, trying to get you to switch cable. And I have blocked it, and they'll call me from a different number, and I block that one, and they'll call me from a different number, and I block that one. I'm like, really? I don't want it.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Crazy.
All right, girl, give it a whirl.
Is it mine? Most
think so.
likely, is it mine or yours?
Oh, it's mine. Let's see. I'm crazy today. Who's most likely to binge watch an entire show in a day or weekend?
Kim.
It depends on what it is for me. I mean, if it's something we really like, we will binge watch it. But we haven't done that in a long, long time. But yeah.
Well, see, we normally watch things together on the weekends because Mark has to be in bed at 8:30 during the week, so you don't really have time, to get stuff done and then eat and then watch some kind of show. So we wait until the weekend. So then we'll binge watch all of it that we've missed, on the weekend.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how Roger and I are. And I'm like, you can't watch it without me, and I can't watch it without him. whatever it is.
Now, sometimes we'll get a little system where I put a little notepad and, like, I'll put the episode that I stopped on or the episode that he stopped on. And then that way I can go ahead and watch it and then he can just back up, because he does get up earlier than me on the weekends. Like I say, I'm not a morning person. So, even on his day off, he'll be up by 6 to 8 o'clock in the morning by the latest. And so he'll turn the TV on really low, like, I don't even know how he can hear it from there. And so he'll start, watching stuff then. So then he could kind of play catch up because I never get real too far ahead of him on things. But
Right.
sometimes if it's something that I really don't want to have to wait until the next weekend to watch,
You
then I
can't help it.
cheat.
Yeah. Yes.
I didn't realize Tim was in Arkansas.
I didn't know that either. He might be kind of close to you, Sherry. Who knows?
Well, he's in northern Arkansas.
All right, we'll do one more, and then I gotta go because I've got to wake up my honey.
All right, who's most likely to be out on the dance floor first? You two, if y'all seen me dance and it clear the whole floor out, the floor would crack. It'd just be total disaster zone.
Oh, come on, Sherry. I've seen your dance moves. I've seen your dance moves.
I bet you ain't.
Don't fib to the people. I'm joking. Yeah, well, I love to dance. Haven't done it in a long time, but I love to dance, and I miss dancing. Because Roger and I used to dance all the time. Do you like to dance, though, Kim?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We're always dancing around here. Always dancing. Little, he's got some grooves. He's got some moves and he's got rhythm. And he certainly did not get that from his daddy.
That's funny.
But yeah, we'll like in the middle of the night, if he on the weekends, Little gets to stay up later. And so Mark will crash because, if it's Friday night, then of course he's been up since 3 o'clock in the morning, and so he'll end up crashing, and so me and Little will still be up, and we'll be in the kitchen, getting some kind of treat or something like that, and then all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, we'll start. I got the hippie, and just start dancing right there, right in the middle of the kitchen, just that quick, and
That's
just
funny.
have a fun time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's awesome.
But
Well,
yeah, we're dancers.
Yeah. It's so nice to have you on, Kim. I mean, it's so good to see
Thank
you
you.
because I'm sorry I missed your lives. It's just I'm already in La La Land when you're live. So I miss them. But maybe
Yeah.
one of these days I can stay up.
Shannon
And if you
misses
let
out
me
on
know.
so much of life.
Yeah, she does. Some great live streams where the panels are just open and I mean everybody goes down rabbit holes and stuff because there's so many people on the panel is just so much fun. And she's already turned into a pumpkin, so she misses it.
I know, I do miss it. I do miss it.
But yeah, we tried well, last week I did the live stream on Friday at 10 p.m. Now we were doing it at 11 p.m., but it was just kind of too late, because a lot of people would already be in bed and stuff.
Right.
And so we switched it back to 10. I don't know how well that's going to go because there's a bigger channel that usually has a live stream that same night.
Right.
And so I mean, we don't never get a ton of people in anyways, but it's fun hanging out with everybody that does show up.
Yeah, of course. I mean, even if you have just 2 or 3
Two
people,
people, yeah.
It's fun, just to be able to talk with one another.
As long as they're interacting, I don't enjoy live streams at all when I'm just up there and
Yes,
I'm just talking. I feel I'm not a look at me kind of person. which is really weird, because I was a cheerleader most of my life in school and stuff, and you tend to think that cheerleaders are all about themselves and everything, but I'm really not a look at me kind of person. So when I'm on the live stream and nobody comes up on the panel with me, I'm like, oh, yeah, look, I just spit on myself. Sorry.
I know it can be difficult to do it yourself, just yourself.
Yeah,
It's fun if you have more people.
yeah, but I don't really enjoy that. But if people are commenting like crazy and talking and asking questions or this and that, then it makes it a lot easier on me. But if they're not, and I'm trying to have to think of something to say, then it's like, oh.
Yes, I know what you mean. Bye, Colleen, and bye, Joy, Miss Virginia, everyone that's in here. Thank you so much for coming in. Joy said she had food poisoning all night from eating at the restaurant, but finally fell asleep at 6 a.m. and felt better when I woke up late today. Oh, I've had food poisoning before from a salad. It was horrible.
I had it from a gas station that does the little pizza slices.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just never know. You have to be careful. But
yeah.
Thank you for coming in, Kim. We appreciate you having you.
Yes.
I'll be seeing you in a month.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I am so excited about that.
Yes. But anyway, y'all, I'll be doing my live Thursday evening, and I'll have a guest on there, or I'm supposed to have a guest. Hopefully she can make it still. But next week we'll be live on Sherry's channel, and I think she has a guest lined out, right?
Yes, Sandy from Suburban Homesteader.
That'll be fun. So if y'all don't, if you're not busy, swing on by and hang out with us again. Same time every week. Hi, Kim. Yeah, there's another Kim in here now. Eden's Garden. How are you doing?
Garden. Hi, Kimmy.
And we were just getting off. Sorry to miss you, Kim, but I got to get off of here, and I am late to waking up the hubby because he does not set his own alarm. I'm his alarm.
Thanks for coming in, everyone. We've enjoyed it.
Yeah, bye, y'all. Have a great day. Be safe. See y'all later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for having me on, Shannon.
You're welcome. Bye, Kim. Have a good day.